Hello children, hope you all are safe and fine. Yes, at home. Right. So today let's go on into a little depth part of our English grammar. Yes. So now today's topic would be subject and predicate. Okay. Let us see what do you mean by subject and what do you mean by predicate. Very important and the basic part of grammar. If you don't understand this, it would be difficult for you to find out in the future what part of a sentence it is that you cannot make it out. Okay children, so let us start off today with a new topic, that is subject and predicate. Right, so before going into the topic, let me have a small recap of what we have learned in the previous classes, because that forms the base for our new topic. Right? So generally we have to know what is a sentence. So if you don't know a sentence, what it means, you do not know how to divide a sentence into subject and predicate. Okay? So sentence, when we come across, generally when we were in a lower grade, we used to tell you all sentence is nothing but group of words. It's very correct. So sentence is nothing but group of words. As you grow, even your definition of sentence also increases a little bit, because definitions also grow along with you. Yeah, to improve your knowledge. Right? So let us see what actually a sentence means. A sentence is nothing but group of words that make a complete sense is called as a sentence. So sentence is nothing but it is having some group of words, but those words should have a proper meaning. If there is no meaning to a sentence, that is not called as a sentence at all. Right? Now suppose if I say children, today sunny, hot weather. Is the sentence correct children? No? Why? Are you able to understand today sunny, hot weather? No, I cannot understand. Yes, so that is, the words are there. It is a sentence, but there is no meaning to a sentence. You will not be able to understand what it is. Yes, now suppose if I say put I table on egg. Is the sentence correct? Put I table on egg. Is the sentence correct children? No. Why? You are not able to understand what I wanted to tell you. Now if I tell it as I put the egg on the table. Is the sentence correct? Yes, I put the egg on the table. Now is the sentence correct? Yes. So that is this sentence, the second sentence what I told you has got some meaning, and that meaning made you understand that I have put an egg on the table. Right? So if you are able to understand what the other person tells, that is nothing but giving a sentence some common sense. Okay? So if you are writing a sentence, that should have some complete proper sense, otherwise that is not called as a sentence at all. Okay, so whenever you write or whenever you speak also, make sure that you are using proper words in the proper place. Yes children, so now we know what a sentence is. Now this sentence is divided into two parts. One part is called subject, the other part is called as predicate. Now let us see what is subject. Subject. The name of a person or thing we speak about is the subject. So when I speak something, I am talking about something. So that particular person or a thing who is talking becomes the subject. I repeat, the name of the person or the thing we speak about becomes the subject. Okay? Now predicate. What we say about the subject is called the predicate. So what we want to tell about the person, predicate. Okay, now for example, when I say, if I have a sentence say, the Taj Mahal is at Agra. Okay, Taj Mahal is at Agra. Now in this sentence, what am I speaking about? Yes, about Taj Mahal. Okay, so Taj Mahal becomes the subject. Okay, now is at Agra means what? I am telling where this Taj Mahal is. Yes, where the subject is. Is it in my home? No. Is it in my school? No. Is it in your home? No. Taj Mahal is at Agra. So, what is the sentence, the part of the sentence that is speaking about the subject is called as predicate. Understood now, children? Yes. So, the dog is behind a beggar. For example, the dog is behind a beggar. Now, can you divide the sentence into two? Subject and predicate? Yes. So, the dog. So, I am talking about one particular dog. That dog becomes the subject. And what is the dog doing? It is behind a beggar. It is running behind a beggar. So, what the subject is doing, that part becomes the predicate. Okay, let me write and show you also. So, hope you have understood till here, children. You know what is a sentence, you know what is a subject and the predicate. Once again, subject is, it is the name of a person or thing we speak about. The name of a person or thing we speak about is the subject. And predicate is what we say about the subject becomes the predicate. Now suppose I have an example. Now, aeroplanes fly in the sky. Can you divide this sentence into subject and predicate, children? Yes. So, aeroplane becomes the subject, where what the subject is doing, it flies in the sky. So, they fly in the sky becomes the predicate. Okay. I represent S for subject and P for predicate. Now, if I have another example, the boy standing in the corner is my cousin. Now, can you divide this sentence into subject and predicate? Yes, so do it. Now, the boy standing in the corner is my cousin. So, the boy who is in the corner, he is my cousin. So, how do I divide? The boy, what is it? Subject. Very good. Then what this boy is doing? He is standing in the corner and that boy is the cousin. So, this is talking about the subject boy. So, standing in the corner is my cousin becomes the predicate. Yes, children. So, this is how we divide subject and predicate. Another example I give you. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. So, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. So, here what is there? Which is subject, which is predicate? A thing of beauty. This becomes the subject. Now, what this beauty is giving us? It is giving us happiness. into subject and predicate. Right? So there are few exercises in your book. Try solving them, children. You would be able to understand much more better. Right? See you all with another topic in the next class. Thank you.